No issues, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
My Lord. So
It's
then
okay, Mataji.
whatever happened till now will have to be. Have you taken the snapshots by any chance? Have you been taking the snapshots?
We will having it, Mataji, with Smita Mataji or anyhow with the devotees.
I'm
No
extremely
issues,
sorry.
Mataji. We'll circulate it, Mataji. No
Kindly
issues.
hereafter in the beginning, please. Sometimes I'm a little forgetful. Please
Yes,
remind
yes,
me.
Mataji. Please, sorry
Yeah,
from
yeah.
my side. Hare Krishna.
No. I should be very sorry. In fact, I can't. But then it happens. Yeah. Now, should that be re-recorded, Meenakshi? The earlier
As you
part?
wish, Mataji. If you want to record it later also, we can have the voice only recorded.
Yeah. But how can you edit? I mean, editing has to be done, no? Just to be. Maybe I'll. I think I'll make
Continue from
amends.
here, Mataji. We
Yeah,
continue from here, and
Yeah.
rest we can do a voice record, Mataji.
Yeah, I'll do one thing. I'll make amends. You know, it's the chapter, the 35 shloka. Now, for up to 34 shlokas with amends, I will say with amendment, and then I will record it and then pass it on to you. You can. It can be. I mean,
Yes,
for
yes,
the
Mataji.
devotees, they can follow it. One second.
Yes,
I'll just
yes,
close the door and come. It's making noise.
Yes, Mataji.
One
Hare
second.
Krishna.
Yeah. One second. Yeah. Yeah. Back. Yes. So here, yes. So this is what Sanjay said. I think we 36 Shloka we're into. So demons are already afraid. They're afraid. They don't actually want to want the lords to be pleased. I mean, praised rather. They're very scared. So they run away from them. That's the best thing that Palayana. They just run away from them. Okay. Then go to the next one. Yeah. 37 Shloka. Tasmachate na meran mahatman kariyase brahmano api adhikartre ananta devesha jagannivasa pamaksharam sat asatat param yat. Oh, great one, greater even than Brahma. Obviously, Lord is definitely great. He's actually Manu is our father. Brahma is our grandfather. His great grandfather. You are the original creator. You are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisance to you? Arjuna is asking them, why should not the atheists also offer their obeisances unto you? Because you are the final, you are the ultimate, you are the creator. O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe, you are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental and to this material manifestation. So it's beyond all the modes of material nature, it's transcendental to all the modes. Yeah. Now here my reflection I just wanted to share. Now this offering of obeisances, Arjuna indicates that Krishna is worshipable by all should worship Krishna. Krishna is ultimate. He is all pervading. He is present everywhere. And he is the soul of every soul. He is a super soul in every soul, along with the soul. Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Mahatma. He is called as Mahatma, which means that he is most magnanimous and unlimited. Mahatma is magnanimous and unlimited. Ananta indicates it's infinite, that there is nothing which is not covered by the influence and energy of the Supreme Lord. Everything is covered by the Lord. So, and Devesha means that he is, that he is the controller of all demigods. Dev Esha, Isha of all the Devas, and is above them all. What above them all? He's the creator of them. He's the source of all of them. He's the shelter of the whole universe. Arjuna also thought it was fitting that all the perfect living entities and powerful demigods offer their respectful obeisances unto him. If someone does not respect the one you respect, maybe in the classroom or maybe in society anywhere, you feel, why should they not respect him? Yeah, he's such a worshipable person, respectable person. You feel like that. The same way, Arjuna is feeling the same about Krishna here. Okay, unto him, Arjuna especially mentions that Krishna is greater than Brahma because Brahma is created by him. Brahma is born out of the, you all know, from the lotus stem grown from the navel abdomen of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. I showed you the picture yesterday. Who is Krishna's plenary expansion? He is plenary expansion. Rama, Nrasimha, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, all of them are actually expansions of Krishna. Therefore, Brahma and Lord Shiva is actually born from the forehead, who is born of Brahma. And all other demigods must offer the respectful obeisance. He orders them. He doesn't order Lord. He orders these people, demigods, to offer their respectful obeisances to the Lord. In Srimad Bhagavatam, the Lord is respected by Lord Shiva, Brahma, and similar. In fact, Shiva says that first prayer should be for Krishna. He only says it. And he's a very Parama Vaishnava. He's actually Mahavaishnava. The word Aksharam is very significant because this material creation is subject to Akshara. It is destruction. Kshara, Akshara, they're actually opposite words. It is bound to get destroyed. But the Lord is above the material creation. He's not going to get destroyed. He'll always be there. His soul and body are the same. See, for us, we have a body, we have a soul. And there's a time called death when the body gets vanquished. Okay, the soul continues. But for the Lord, that's not the case. The body and the soul are the same. Okay, He is the cause of all causes. And being so, He is superior to all the conditioned souls within this material nature, as well as the material cosmic manifestation. He is super. He is actually top of everything. He is therefore the all great supreme. So he wants all to actually worship him. Tvamadideva Purusha Puranas Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Idhanam Vetasi Vedyam cha Param cha Dhama Tvaya Tatam Vishwamananta Rupa. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything. Now, after saying the Vishwarupa, all these words are actually flowing from Arjuna's mouth, all in glory. Actually, you just can't contain expressing all this. You are all that is knowable. Everything you are, there's no doubt, absolutely no delusion now, all dispelled. Okay, you are the supreme refuge. All we have to come to you ultimately, supreme abode actually. Okay, above the material modes. Lord is transcendental to all the material modes of nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Oh, limitless form. The form is limitless. It is all pervading. This whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. Everywhere you are there. You have to be seen everywhere. He's actually glorifying the God. Everything is resting on Supreme Lord. His ultimate rest. Nidhanam means that everything. Okay. Even the Brahmal effulgence rests on the Supreme Lord. See, if there is no Lord, where can there be effulgence? If there's no sun, there can't be sun rays. The same way, because the Lord is there, okay, there are the three forms, you know, that Brahman effulgence, Brahman, and then Paramatma, is it not? So then, because of the Lord, the effulgence is there. He's a knower of everything that is happening, everything. The super scanner, he knows everything that is happening anywhere in the world. See, I and you may know something happening in some places which can be seen on this online, with the online service. But he knows everything everywhere, okay, and everyone. And if knowledge has any end, everything is actually beyond his understanding. He is the end of all knowledge. Vedanta is the end. Okay, therefore he is the known and the knowable. He's the known. So we know him actually, and the knowable. We have to know him much more. Is still to be known about him. He's the object of knowledge. He's all pervading because he's the cause in the spiritual world, transcendental chief personality of the transcendental world. Beautiful, actually. Vayur Yamo Agnir Vanura Shashanka Varuna Shashankaha Prajapatiswam Pratimahascha Prapitamahascha Namo Namaste Stu Sahasrakritva Punascha Puyo Api Namo Namaste. The Lord is as a Prapitamaha. Is it a great grandfather? The Lord is addressed here as air, because air is present everywhere. Very important and present everywhere. Okay. Now, and all demigods being all pervasive. Now, he represents the demigods. Even they are all pervasive. Arjuna also addresses Krishna as a great grandfather because he is the father of Brahma. And who is Brahma? Is the father of Manu. Manu is our father. Okay, father of mankind. The first living creature in the universe. Okay, and this is this image actually telling him that you are the air and all of it. I just explained that it's been done. Yeah. No, The 40th shloka. Nama purastat atha pratashtaste namostu te sarvata eva sarva ananta virya amita vikramastvam sarvam samapnosi tato asi sarvaha. Obeisances to you from the front. There are many faces for the Vishwarupa actually, no? From the front, I pray obeisances to you. From behind and from all sides, O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are almighty. You are all pervading. And thus you are everything. Actually, this is Arjuna's prayers. What are these actually the 38 to 40, if you're asking the question bank, what are Arjuna's prayers? 38 to 40 are Arjuna's prayers. What does he say in 38? You are the ultimate trust of all, of everything, and the knowledge. You are the known, you are the noble, everything you are. Okay. And if you have taken the snapshots, you'll be able to answer these things better. 39, you are the essence of everything. You are actually essence of everything. He is the best of everything. Best among the mountains, best among the animals, best among the birds, everything, he is the best. The 40th one, I offer you obeisances from front, behind, from all sides. Okay, now 40, 41, 42. Sakheti matpa prasabham yat uktam he Krishna he Yadav he sakheti ajanata mahimanam tavedam maya pramadat pranayena ivapi yachava asartham asatkritosi vihara savyasana bhojaneshu eko athavapi achyuta samaksham takshamasye tvam aham aprameyam. Here he feels actually this is same thing. I've read this to you. He's now feeling guilty that he addressed Arjuna as a friend, as he had such very frivolous times with him without knowing how great he was. It's just for the image. I'm just showing this picture to you. My exchanges, my revelations to you. Although Krishna is manifested before Arjuna in his universal form, Arjuna remembers his friendly relationship with Krishna. He can't forget that. He has played with him. He has actually had pranks with him. He has eaten with him. He has slept with him. He has everything with him. Okay, he can't forget that with Krishna, and is therefore asking pardon and requesting Krishna to excuse him. Shama, please excuse me him for the many informal gestures which arise out of friendship. In friendship, do we have any formality? Do we make any gestures? Do we say we are very, very respectful there? No, we are very casual, very informal. He was informal with Krishna. So he feels now guilty about it. He feels very bad. So Krishna doesn't feel bad about it. He's admitting that formerly he did not know that Krishna could assume such a universal form. Although Krishna explained it as his intimate friend, Arjuna did not know how many times he may have dishonored Krishna by addressing him, oh, my friend. Can you call your office CEO as your friend? You can't do it. Okay. I think I told you some time back when someone for the interview, we had gone to the interview, and he didn't know who the CEO was. And when he's sitting there, actually a piece of paper is fallen on in the corridors, in the premises. Then the CEO just comes out. He's a very simple person. Then he just picks up the paper and throws in the dustbin. He doesn't like it being there. And the person sitting there thinks is just one of the, you're so casual, such a very simple CEO. He thinks he's one of the, he addresses him like that, for something, a water or something like that. And he doesn't answer, he goes back to his chamber, and then that's all. Then when the time comes, he enters the interview room, he sees he's on the seat, main seat. He feels so flabbergasted. He feels so, he feels very bad. He says, I'm so sorry, sir, it happened. I said, no, it doesn't matter. What he said was okay. A piece of paper, I had to lift it because you also could have done it. See, this office is going to be yours tomorrow after you joined this office. We never bothered to lift that paper. But anyway, it's okay. You should have done it. But then you addressed to me for something else, When that is okay, you thought I was not so. But then now, but he's selected. Not that he's not selected. Even God is very merciful, They don't keep such grievances in the mind. So he says, I said, oh, my friend, oh, Krishna, oh, Yadava, I'm sorry for all that. I called even names also, without, not names, not the sense he was abusing him, with different names of Krishna. I called Rishikesh, some things he called him, without acknowledging. You normally say, sir, there's one thing, sir, we don't call them with different names. But here, he has taken all the liberty earlier. Now he's feeling sorry for it. without acknowledging his opulence. But Krishna is so kind and merciful that in spite of such opulence, he played with Arjuna as a friend. But Krishna is very happy. Such is a transcendental, loving reciprocation between the devotee and the Lord. Okay, that's how it is actually. That's he never mistakes, and no great man mistakes with that. No, great people are always great. They really are great. Okay. Pitasi lokasya characharasya tamasya pujyasya gurur gariyan natvats asti abhyadika kuto anyo lokatraya api apratima prabhava. You are the father of this cosmic manifestation of the moving and the non-moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. You can't, greater is out of question. Even equal to you, no one can be. Okay, that's why Krishna has to glorify himself. No one can introduce Krishna. He has to introduce himself. Okay, how then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds, O Lord of immeasurable power? He actually addresses him like that. Okay. Tasmat pranamya, very important sloka again, very nice sloka. Tasmat pranamya pranithaya kayam prasadaye tvam aham isham idyam piteva putrasya sakheva sakyuhu priya priyaharasi deva sodhum. You are the supreme Lord to be worshipped by every living being. Thus, I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisances and ask your mercy. As a father tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend, the impertinence of a friend, or a husband, the familiarity of his wife, please tolerate the wrongs I may have done you. This is actually again Krishna's prayer to the Lord. He says, I'm very sorry. Excuse me, Lord. Adrishta purvam chito asmi drishtva bhayena cha pravyathitam manome tadeva me darshaya deva rupam prasida devesha jagan nivasa. After seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time, my mind is disturbed, is afraid now, with fear. I therefore please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as a personality of Godhead. O Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe, he requests him again. My reflection with you. Here, Arjuna is always in confidence with Krishna because he is a very dear friend. And as a dear friend, is gladdened by his friend's opulence. Definitely. Sudama was very happy when he saw Krishna in the opulence. And the way Krishna received him was just actually, he had no words to express. Arjuna is very joyful to see that his friend Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead and can show such a wonderful universal form. He just has no words. At the same time, after seeing the universal form, he is afraid that he has committed so many offenses to Krishna out of his unalloyed friendship. His very pure friendship, but he has committed so many mistakes. Plus his mind is disturbed out of fear, although he had no reason to fear. There was no reason to fear, but it's just out of, I think, humility is getting, see, we also, when our teacher comes, we are afraid. You invite a teacher home for something, and then the teacher comes actually. If the teacher comes, you're so very tense, you're always looking at the gate. I mean, the doorbell, you're waiting for her. The moment she comes, or he comes, kindly mute your microphones. Be a little watchful when you're having the microphone on. Thank you. Yeah. Now, when the teacher comes, you're suddenly scared. You can't imagine the teacher who's teaching you in the class lessons is at your door today, and she's going to come in to accept your hospitality. You feel so afraid. There's no reason to fear. Out of respect, you are fearing. That's all. Arjuna therefore is asking Krishna to show his Narayana form. Now, please cool down, Krishna. I have seen your multi-handed form, multi-bellied form, multi-mouthed form. Everything I have seen now. Please show me your four-handed Narayana form. First, you come down to that, because he can assume any form. Krishna can assume any form. He can become something different also at the same time. This universal form is material, and please remember this. The Vishwarupa form is material and temporary. It is not seen in the spiritual world. It is not permanent. As the material world is temporary, even the form is temporary. But in the Vaikuntha planets, he has this transcendental form with 4 hands as Narayana. Is that the 4-handed Vishnu form is Pakka. It is definitely not temporary. It is permanent. There are innumerable planets in the spiritual sky. Okay, it's very interesting. Please understand this. There are so many planets, and in everywhere Krishna is there. Okay, in different plenary manifestations. It's in different forms. Maybe Nrsimha form or Rama form. Different forms are there, but all are 4-handed. All the Vishnu forms are 4-handed. And what are the in the 4-hand does it contain? Club, disc, conch shell. Okay, these are the things seen. The only difference is, if you observe keenly all the forms, you will see that these symbols, the club, the disc, the conch shell, and so on, they are found in different hands. Maybe in one of them, there are 4 hands. Right, say upper hand, lower hand, left upper hand, lower hand. Maybe if the conch shell is there on the upper hand, on the right side, in the other form, it will be on the lower hand of the right side. The positions change, that's all, okay? It changes. So, but in the Vaikuntha planets, he has his transcendental form with the 4 hands as Narayana. There are innumerable planets, okay, present. Does Arjuna desire to see one of the forms manifested in Vaikuntha planet? Should be one form, okay? Of course, in each Vaikuntha planet, there are so many 4-handed Narayanas, okay? With the which in the 4 hands hold different arrangements of symbols. What are the symbols of Narayana? The conch shell, mace is that with a gada, we say, no? Gade, okay, mace, lotus, and disc. These are actually, you can call it club also. Conch shell, club, lotus, and the disc. Now, they are found in different hands. That's how we differentiate different gods. According to the different hands, these 4 things are held in. The Narayanas are variously named. All of these forms are one with Krishna. Therefore, Arjuna requests to see his 4-handed feature. Okay, that's it. Okay, now this has been a request to show the 2-handed form. This has been done. You just see the form. All this has been done to you. So just for the image sake, I've shown this to you. This is Ishwarupa. Here actually the chariot Krishna and Arjuna. Then you can see all the Brahma is here. All the demigods are here. In these divine serpents, they are here. All over serpents are here. Okay. So you look at the symbols in the hand. Okay. And all these weapons are there. Okay. Let's appreciate the divine form. Kiritanam gadinam chakrahastam ichchami tvam drashtum aham tathaiva tenaiva rupena chaturbhujena sahasrabaho bhava vishwamurte. O universal form, O 1,000-armed Lord, I wish to see you in your 4-handed, 4-armed form with helmeted head and with club, wheel, conch, lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form. It's a request of Arjuna. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated, Ramadi Murti Shukala Niyamena Tishtan. The Lord is eternally situated in hundreds and thousands of arms. Okay, and the main forms are those like Rama, Nrsimha, Narayana, and so on. Okay. Now, though there are innumerable forms of Krishna, Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, assuming his temporary universal form. He is now asking to see the form of Narayana, the spiritual form. Krishna is not different from the plenary expansions. His God in any of his, you can worship. Some people say, Mataji, we worship Rama. Is it okay? Fine, do it. Nrsimha, okay, do it. No problem. That's Krishna only. Absolutely. No fears about that at all. No doubt about that. Also, he's fresh like a young man. Now, Krishna can never grow old. His maximum from the baby Krishna to maximum say Ayuth Krishna. That's all. And with the Radharani, he was about 16 adolescent Krishna. And when he killed Kamsa, he was about that age only. That is a constant feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He became the great grandfather. Even then, he was just like a small young boy only. One who knows Krishna becomes free at once from all contaminations of the material world. I want to share something here now. See, we also grow old. Not that we are the same young, but when we have to grow old. That is nature, okay? But do you observe that your body grows, your soul never grows? You are young at heart. You still feel so many things. When you feel you are young, you feel. And of course, some of them feel old. That's their attitude. You can't help it. But even till the last moment, till the death, we don't feel that you are, because soul never ages. Soul never ages. So, but Krishna also never ages. Okay. And we see here from 47 to 55, the last lap of our studies. Now here we see only pure devotees can see Krishna's two-armed form, supreme form. That's again another important thing. See, you may be thinking that seeing the Vishwarupa is great. No, it is not great, not that great. Divine vision, you can see it. Divinity, devotion, you can see it. But seeing the two-handed form is alabhya, durlabha, very difficult to see. So he says that two-handed form is more very auspicious than the very, very important and significant than the four-handed form. So 47-48, Krishna withdraws his universal form. 49-50, Krishna shows Arjuna his four-armed form. 50-51, and finally his two-handed form. 50-55, Krishna's two-armed form can be directly seen only through pure, undivided devotional service. If you are devoted, if you are a pure, unalloyed devotee, you can definitely, with their Premanjana Charita Naina, with the lotion of love in your ointment, in your eyes, anointed with the the ointment of love, you can see Krishna. That's what Krishna says here. And the 47th one, Shri Bhagavanu Vacha, Maya Prasannena Tavarjunedam, Rupam Param, Darshitam Atma Yogat, Tejo Mayam Vishwam Anantamadyam, Yanme Tvad Anyena Nadrishta Purvam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, happily have I shown you by my internal potency, the supreme universal form within the material worlds. Okay. No one before you has ever seen this primal form, unlimited and full of glaring effulgence. I told you yesterday, Duryodhana saw, and then Yashoda saw all that, fine. But then they were not total, they were all actually partial forms. They were not total. Arjuna wanted to see the universal form of the Supreme Lord. So Lord, out of his mercy, what is mercy? What was God's mercy to Arjuna? Please answer. How did he show his mercy? Quick answer. No hand raised. I think I'll ask myself now. That's better. Anuradha Mataji? Anuradha Mataji? Have I unmuted you?
Yes, yes.
So what was the grace that Krishna showed on Arjuna?
By showing the Vishwarupa.
By
showing his Vishwarupa.
By the divine vision. By the Chakshu, that is the Divya Chakshu. Okay. So by his mercy, his devotee Arjuna showed his universal form, full of effulgence and appellants. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. This form was glaring like the sun. Like how many suns? Hundreds and thousands of suns. So much of effulgence was there, brightness was there, and its many faces were rapidly changing. There were many faces, and they were actually changing. They were not a dynamic form, not a static form. It's a very dynamic form. This form was manifested by Krishna through his inconceivable internal potency. So by the internal spiritual energy, he was able to manifest into the universal form. No one, that is Yogamaya, that's Krishna's Yogamaya. No one had seen this universal form of the Lord before Arjuna, and because the form was shown to Arjuna, other devotees, especially the demigods in the heavenly planets, they were able to see this also. They had not seen it before, but because of Arjuna, they were able to see it. In other words, all the disciplic devotees of the Lord could see the universal form which was shown to Arjuna by the mercy of Krishna. 48 shloka. Na veda yajnadhyaya na dhyanair na danair na cha kriyabhirna tapobhir ugrehi. No tapa, no jnana, no Vedic literature. And with that, you're not able to see my law. You can't see my rupa with all that speculations and other knowledge. Evam rupa sakhya aham draloke drashtum utpadanyena kuru pravira. O best of the Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine. For neither by studying the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifices, nor by charities, with dana, you may give dana. If you give dana also, you can't see it. Or similar activities can this form be seen. Only you have seen this. Okay, and this is a form that now Krishna shows. Either the four-handed form you wanted to see, it comes back to the. Did I do this? I'm sorry. I think I. Okay, now I just did this. Fine. Yeah. Now my exchanges with you. Only one who attains divinity as a demigod can have divine vision. Who is a demigod? Demigods are worshipper, devotees of Vishnu. They have divine vision, so they can see. You may ask me, if a question is asked to you, how could the demigod see this Vishwarupa, which was shown to Arjuna by Krishna? He didn't get the divine vision, but then they have divine vision because they're divine. They're divine to, they're devoted to the Lord. Demigods are devotees of the Lord Vishnu. Vishnu Bhaktaha Smruto Daivaha. Demigods also saw universal form like Arjuna. Devotees with a divine vision are not very much interested in seeing the universal form of the Lord. So I and you, I hope we are, of course, we are devotees, but cannot say of the high elevated scale. But then still, we would love to see Krishna as a two-handed form. Suddenly comes as a four-handed form. There's some movies, showed where, suddenly God comes in the four-handed form, and what is the chaos that happens all over in the world because at the four-handed form. It's a dream actually, but then it's a comical movie. Arjuna desired to see the four-handed form of Lord Krishna as Vishnu and was actually afraid of the universal form. After some time, he trembles, starts trembling. Followers of pseudo-incarnations. Now, they're pseudo, some people say, I am God. Worship me. Give everything to me. All your charity to me. I can do this for you. I can do that for you. Does some magic and then mesmerizes them actually. Now, followers of such pseudo-incarnations, okay, if you follow them, though they may claim that they are God, cannot see the transcendental form as they are not devotees of Krishna. Out of they cannot see. Okay, 949. Ma te vyathama ma cha vimudha bhavo tishtva rupam ghoram idranma medam yapeta bhi prita manah punastvam tattadeva me rupam idam prapasya. Now here, Krishna says, you have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. He now says, yeah, I understand. I really scared you, okay? Now let it be finished. I'll finish it now. My devotee, be free again from all disturbances. Now cool down. Don't be worried. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire, okay? Arjuna was worried about killing Bhishma and Drona, his worshipful grandfather and master. But Krishna said that he need not be afraid of killing his grandfather. When the sons of Dhritarashtra tried to disrobe Draupadi in the assembly of the Kurus, Bhishma and Drona were silent. And for such negligence of duty, they should have been killed. So he has killed them already. Now Krishna showed his universal form to Arjuna just to show him that these people were already slain for their unlawful action. That scene was shown to Arjuna because devotees are always peaceful and they cannot perform such horrible actions. See, already the horrible thing has been done by Krishna. He has killed them. So now he's a very peaceful, calm, sober person, Arjuna, very pious person, He could not have done such a horrible thing. Bloody thing. So this has already been done. He's really happy about it. It's peaceful. That was the purpose of the revelation of the universe. So why was universal form shown is to confirm Arjuna that they have been killed. They're just going to do it. It's only superficially going to kill them. You don't worry at all. If by chance, a mouse comes in the house, all are so panicked. They'll be on the sofa and the cot everywhere. They're clinging on to. Many people are afraid of mice and they want to. Actually, we should drive it away. We shouldn't kill it really. But many people kill it also. And once it is killed, when announced that it is killed, they feel this sigh of relief actually. So a devotee is not much interested in the universal form, but it does not enable one to reciprocate loving feeling. So why did Arjuna want him to want to see the four-handed form or two-handed form? He wanted to reciprocate with Krishna all the feelings of love with him. So he wanted so this is a form he showed him, and we go to the Sanjay Vacha. Ityarjanam Vasudevas tathoktva swakam rupam darshayam asapuyah ashvasayam asacha bhitamenam utva punah saumya vapur mahatma. They wanted to see the Saumya form and he comes back to Saumya. See, it's just a for the image sake, this has been actually told you. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, while speaking thus to Arjuna, displayed his real four-handed form, and at last he showed him the two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. So this is actually the two-handed form of Krishna. This is Arjuna. Now from here, the four-handed form, it comes to the two-handed form. This four-handed form, Narayana form, you can see here is the lotus here, and then the mace here, and the chakra, Sudarshan chakra here, and the fourth hand is not seen. Then he comes to the two-handed form, which is very appeasing. He likes Krishna, likes that form, to see that form. Here, when Krishna appeared as a son of Vasudeva and Devaki, it was a four-handed form, and then became the ordinary two-handed form. Request on request, I've told you this, I'll not repeat the points. Similarly, Krishna knew that Arjuna was not interested in seeing the four-handed form, but since Arjuna asked to see his four-handed form, Krishna also showed him that. He didn't want even four-handed, he said, I want two-handed form only. But again, transition from multi-handed through four-handed to four-handed, from there to the two-handed form. Krishna also showed him his form again, and then showed him in the two-handed form. The word Saumya Vapuhu is very significant. What does Saumya Vapuhu mean? Very beautiful form. Saumya Vapuhu, Vapu, form. It is known as the most beautiful form. Krishna means what? All attraction, beauty is Krishna. Okay. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. Okay. Only a person whose eyes are smeared with ointment of love can see the beautiful form of Krishna. Okay. Now we come to the 51st shloka. Arjuna Vacha, Drishtvedam Manusham Rupam. Now, as you know, even the tone changes as the form came from Vishwarupa to the four-handed form. Drishtvedam Manusham Rupam, Saumyam Janardana, Idanim Asmi Samvrittaha, Sachetaha Prakritim Gataha. When Arjuna just saw Krishna in his original form, he said, O Janardana, seeing this human-like form, so very beautiful, I am now composed in mind. I'm very happy and I'm restored to my original nature. I'm feeling comfortable now with you now. Absolutely comfortable. So this is what say Krishna, like an ordinary human being. Then how is it possible for him to show universal form again and again? If people, the ignorant people say, oh, what is Krishna? Two-handed person, like us only with a pitambara and with a flute in the hand, with a peacock feather in the head. He's just like just any other, person. If the people who say that, if Krishna is like that, it is his mercy is appearing like that for us. You should thank him multitude number of times. Even a lifetime through, you have to thank him. If Krishna is like an ordinary human being, then how is it possible for him to show the universal form and again to show the four-handed form? Can we do that? Can anyone, the pseudo incarnations do that? Let them show the multi-handed form, then come to four-handed, come to two-handed. Impossible. That is our Krishna. Okay. Bhagavana Vacha. See, Su Durdarsham idam rupam Drishtvan asi yan mama deva apyasya rupasya nityam darshana kankshita. Nityam darshana kankshita. Every day you want to see that rupa, the two-handed form. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. That's it, Two-handed form is more difficult to behold than the four-handed form. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. That is why I told you a little earlier, when Devaki was carrying in the prison, demigods were all around there to watch, the child being born in the two-handed form. That was actually what they wanted to see. Okay. The word Su-Durdarsham, what does it mean? Su-Durdarsham indicates that Krishna's two-handed form, Shyamasundara form, is very confidential. Okay, you may be thinking, just two-handed form. No, it is very, very, very confidential. One may be able to see the universal form of Krishna by adding a little tinge of devotional service to various activities like penances and having divine vision. You can see Vedic study or philosophical speculation to some extent, not to all extent. Okay, but Krishna with two hands is still more difficult to see. You can't see him in the two-handed form. Even for demigods like Brahma and Lord Shiva, they are waiting to see the two-handed form. They are not able to see him at all like that. When he was supposed to be in the womb of Mother Devaki, all the demigods from heaven came to see the marvel of Krishna and offered prayers to the Lord, although he was not at all at that time visible. He was not born still, wanted to see the two-handed form. They waited to see him. Those who are in the search of knowledge also speculate on Krishna and consider him to be less important than the universal form of Supreme. Normally in psychology, what we feel is two-handed form, but not that great. I think four-handed is definitely better. And multi-handed form, much more better. It's opposite. It's actually opposite of that. Two-handed form is very, very confidential. For them, the personal form of Supreme is something imaginary. They can't imagine the two-handed form. Krishna is covered by his Yoga Maya potency. What we see, our illusion is Mahamaya. Okay, what we think, oh, we are the lords of everything, we are doing everything, that is Mahamaya. It is illusion. Okay, but what Lord shows is Yoga Maya. Is not to be seen or revealed to anyone and everyone, only to the surrendered soul. The transcendentalist, by continuous Krishna consciousness and by devotional service to the Krishna, can have his spiritual eyes opened and can see Krishna, Krishna by revelation. Okay, now that's it. Then but the last two shlokas are a lot of sharing in the last two shlokas. Please bear with me. It's a very big purpose are there. I wanted to because you people should make it a point to read the purports. Purports are very important. Srila Prabhupada's purports are very, very, very significant, very important. But I've tried to show you how interesting, how nice they are by jotting some points. Please make it a point to read the purports. Naham vedai na tapasa nadane nana che jaya ashakya evam vidho drashtvan asmi. I'm sorry. Naham vedait tapasa na danena chejaya ashakya evam vidho drashtvan asimam yatha. I try to use other tone. Krishna can be understood only through the path of devotional service. Drashtvan asimam yatha. Only it should be ashakya evam vidho drashtum. Without devotional service, you cannot definitely know. See, naham vede na tapasa. No Veda, studies of Vedas, no tapascharya, that is penances, na danena, no charity. Okay, they are going to help you to see Krishna. Only devotional service. The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not seen by these means that only one can see him as I am, only through devotional service. Okay, that's this is the 54th one. Bhaktya tvananyaya ashakya aham evam. Bhaktya tva anyaya ashakya aham evam vidho jana. Jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtam cha parantapa. My dear Arjuna, this is what is this pastime, do you know? Sakshi Gopal. Okay, the Sakshi Gopal story. I think you all know the story of Sakshi Gopal. Do you know the story? At least say yes or no.
No, sorry, Mataji, I don't know.
No, Mataji, I don't know.
No one knows the story of Sakshi Gopal?
No,
No,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Oh, it's beautiful. See, actually wants to, what's it, Puri, Jagannath Puri. One old Brahmana and a young Brahmana had gone there. And the old Brahmana was very impressed, a little in short actually, impressed with the young Brahmana. He liked him very much. He said, I have a daughter at home to be married. I'll marry the daughter to this Brahmana. He can't contain himself. He just tells him, Brahmana, I'm impressed by your attitude and all that. I will marry my daughter to you. And the Brahmana, and this is said where? In front of Gopal, in Krishna. Okay. Then the Brahmana doesn't take it. He says, okay, fine. He is embarrassed. He's blushing. Young Brahmana, he goes back to his place. Then after so many days pass by, but then still no invitation from the old Brahmana to the young Brahmana to invite him to see the girl and all that. But the young Brahmana is serious about it. He's a devotee. He's actually very serious. In the meanwhile, what happens is the old Brahmana is a very rich person. Yes, rich son. Sons who are quite, all of them are rich only. Then when he returns home, he tells him, I've been there on pilgrimage. I saw a very young Brahmana, very nice Brahmana. We shall give our daughter, your sister, inviting to the Brahmana. Then they say, what, Papa, what did you promised our sister's hand to a Brahmana, a poor Brahmana? Were you out of your, sense? How could you do it? Your only sister, you have to have a pompous marriage and to a very, highly, deserving person. And but the old Brahmana he says, no, I've already given the word. And those days, words are so important. He said, I have to keep up my word. Then what can the old man do? He keeps silent. He doesn't talk anything, but he feels very bad in the heart of hearts. Meanwhile, what happens? The young Brahmana ventures. He knows the address of the old Brahmana. He's very serious. See, those days, even seeing the girl once was final. They did not even see another girl because they thought it is they're contaminating. When by seeing. These days you see hundreds of people and except one, but those days it was not like that. You just, even if you think of a person, you're going to just marry him or her only. No, even you might have not even seen the person, but your mind is fixed on the person. So this young Brahmana goes to the old Brahmana's house, to the village, knocks at his door. Seeing the young Brahmana, the old Brahmana is afraid. He says, my goodness, I have to keep up my promise now, but the sons are not agreeing. What shall I do? He asks him, who are you? He doesn't even acknowledge having seen him in the pilgrimage place. He says, who are you? And the Brahmana is surprised. Young Brahmana is surprised. So, what are you talking? I am the young Brahmana. You met me at the Krishna temple, and you promised to give me your daughter's hand to me in marriage. And he says, no, I don't remember all that. And the young Brahmana feels insulted and very bad. He feels very bad. And the brothers come out. They say, what are you? Are a poor old Brahmana? You're trying to, because we are rich, you want to marry our daughter? They start actually casting abuses on him. And he feels very bad. He says, okay. And he's a respectful Brahmana. He says, okay, if that is the case, let us do one thing. See, this promise you had done in front of Gopal, okay, Krishna. Now we shall do one thing. Let us all go to Krishna, okay? And then we will ask him to give witness. He was a witness for your words. Then they say, no, we will not come to there. We are not going to come there. How can a deity start moving and talk? It's all nonsense, You're all talking false. You yourself go and bring Krishna here. They're so very arrogant, They say, you bring Krishna here. If you believe in that Krishna so much, you go and bring that Krishna here. Then he goes to Krishna and says, Krishna, see, in front of you, he's a very pure devotee. He says, in front of you, they had promised to give their daughter to me. These are all the brothers, actually, all the brothers, and then the old man. And they said they had promised, this is the old man, that is the Brahmana. He says, actually, he had promised to, he had promised to give his daughter's hand to me. Now they're actually packing out now. You please come and you are the witness. You have to come and you give the saksha. That is the witness. And Krishna says, okay, then what to do? The pure devotee, he has to agree. And Krishna is actually a servitor of the devotees. He says, okay, then I'll come. But one condition, okay? I'll be coming behind you. You have to go in ahead, okay? And my jingles of the feet, they'll be making sound, okay? And you'll know that I'm at the back. I'll be coming behind you, but don't turn and look back. If you look back, I'll vanish. I'll not vanish. I'll be there only. I'll become a statue. I'll not move from that place. And Brahmana says, oh, fine. I'll start moving. He starts moving, and from behind him, Krishna starts following him. Okay, he comes to the hilltop here. And when he comes here, suddenly the tingling of the anklets, it stops. Then the Brahmana feels, oh, Krishna also has given me. Yes, I think he's not with me. He has returned, or he has vanished. He's not there because the sound is not coming. And he forgets what he had told him. He suddenly looks back. Then what happens to Krishna? Says, what did you do? Why did you look back? No trust in me? You didn't trust me? Okay, now I'm going to become a statue here. Becomes a statue there. And what to do? He has not reached the village still. People and the old man is in the village. Then he goes to the village house and says, knocks the door again. He says, you come, I have brought Krishna, Sakshi Gopal. He's called Sakshi Gopal. Sakshi means witness. Okay. He says, come, his name is Gopal, but later he was called as Sakshi Gopal. This has come there, Krishna has come. You can vouch in front of him that he had not promised your daughter's hand to me. And they're all surprised. What? Krishna has come here, all the way to our village. They all run and go. They see all the brothers and the Brahmana come here, and they see Sakshi Gopal just fall. They say, we're so sorry. We shouldn't have committed this mistake. And they are convinced that the Brahmana is not lying. And their father, of course, was not lying actually, was afraid of the sons, and he was actually backing out. But then they married their daughter. That's a beautiful pastime of Krishna. So that is the story here. So But here, my dear Arjuna, only undivided devotional service, which the young Brahmana had, can I be understood as I am standing before you, and can this be seen directly? Only in this way you can enter into the mysteries of my understanding. That's what he tells him. We come to the last, this is the, this we have done. Yeah, to do this. 54, this is the image. Yeah, Krishna can be understood only by process of undivided, unalloyed devotional service. It is apratihata ahaituki. It should be, how should the devotion be? Apratihata, uninterrupted and always actually pure. Okay. No one can understand Krishna or how he came from parents in a four-handed form and at once changed himself into two-handed form by studying the Vedas or by philosophical speculation. Read many books, you can't understand that. How you know Devaki first saw him in the four-handed form, he became two-handed form, we can't understand that. Must have devotion for it. However, very experienced students of Vedic literature can learn about him from the Vedic literature in so many ways. There are other ways of knowing him, but they can't understand him. One has to follow many rules and regulations to understand Krishna. Krishna like observance, observance of fasting. On Janmashtami, you have to fast, okay, complete fasting, and then Ekadashi we have to do two fastings in the month we have to do. That's and then charity should be given and especially to devotees of Krishna who are engaged in the devotional service to spread the Krishna philosophy or Krishna consciousness. Krishna devotees should be given alms very profusely throughout the world. For the beginners, for beginning in Krishna consciousness, in devotional service to the Lord, temple worship is very important. You have to go to temple, okay? And this is confirmed in the Vedic literature. Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Yasya deve parabhaktir yatha deve tatha gurau tasyaite kathita yartaha prakshante mahatmanaha. It is given there. These two shlokas only are a little elaborate, but they are very nice. You have to understand them. That's it says the four-handed forms and other forms mentioned in Vedic literature are all emanations of the original two-handed Krishna. The four-handed form of Krishna, Mahavishnu. Kindly unmute, kindly mute your microphones. It's my request. Did I skip anything? I don't want to skip anything. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I skipped this particular slide. I have interesting information to share with you. This is very important. Unflinching devotion for the Supreme Lord. What we do is we would do a bit of devotion. Say, I did so much, I did that. I circumambulated so many times. I did this fasting. I did such a lot, but still God has not shown his mercy on me. That is, you should not be expecting. You give with the right hand, expect from the left hand. That is very wrong. Don't expect at all, I'm saying, in this lifetime. It may come next lifetime. Does not matter. Your service is registered there. One should have unflinching devotion. The Supreme Lord, unflinching, and in spiritual master. Devotion in the Lord also you must have the belief, and in the master, have faith in the master. See, many of you might have done snorkeling in Australia, or you might have done so many, diving and all that. You have a guide there, is it not? You have full faith in the guide. Do you not trust the guide and start diving? No, you cannot do it. And even while, I told you when from hilltop to hilltop, they just fly, they like in parachutes, little parachutes. They are help guide actually. You have full faith in him. He might you never feel, oh, is he going to drop me on the way? If you do that, you will definitely get dropped. Okay, you have full faith in him. And why don't you have faith in Lord? Unflinching devotion should be there. And with a deep diving, and we have to have a lot of faith, because then it's all water all over. You have to have a lot of faith. And the spiritual master also is very important to see the Supreme Lord by revelation. The personal form of Krishna is, again, I told you, it is so Durdarshan. That's very difficult to see. But it is very auspicious. The four-handed form is eternal, transcendental, whereas the universal is a temporary. One should not be proud of academic education in Vedic literature. Who have studied so much. I did that. I did so many courses in Bhakti Shastri and all that. No pride. Pride has no place in spirituality. You have to always, the Trinadapi Sunichena. You have to bend like the grass. Only then you Tarorapi Saishnuna. You have to be as tolerant as a tree and as humble as the tree, the grass in the only then you can understand Krishna. Okay, you must take to devotional service of Krishna. Okay? Charity should be given, I told you, And for the beginners, I this I completed. Yeah. And the four-handed forms and other forms are in that, even in the, there are emanations of the two-handed form only. The four-handed form of Mahavishnu is again nothing. It's a manifestation of the two-handed Krishna. Mahavishnu is Karanodaka Sai Vishnu is also called as Mahavishnu. He's our creator. And after our annihilation, we enter Mahavishnu only. All the creation enters the Mahavishnu, lying in the cosmic ocean. Okay, he is breathing. Actually, so many universes are created and they are annihilated also. Once he breathes in, breathing out and breathing in, these are released and they are actually taken in. In Brahma Samhita, it's actually, there's a beautiful shloka which says, he is the source of all forms of Vishnu. Yasaika nivasita kalam athavalambya jivanti loma vila ja jagat anda vinatha ishtur mahan sa iha yasya kala vishesho govinda madi purusham tamaham bhajami. Okay. Eko apisan bahudayayu abhati. Krishna is one. There's only one Krishna, but is manifested in unlimited forms and expanded incarnations. Okay. But the universal form, with its thousands and thousands of heads and hands, is manifest just to draw the attention of those who have no love for God. It is not God's original form. Okay. That's it. Now, yeah, the universal form. Yeah. Then the 400 form, this mentioned to you. Now we come to the last shloka, I think. Yeah. This is done. Mat karma krin mat karma krin mat kar paramo mad bhakta sangha varjitaha nirvairaha sarva bhuteshu rasamam eti pandavaha. My dear Arjuna, one who is engaged in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of previous activities and from mental speculation, who is friendly to every living entity, certainly comes to me. So no speculation will help you. You have to be absolutely only in devotional service. Okay, and this is what is shown here. So what characteristics of Ananya Bhakti? This is Ananya Bhakti. So Mat Parama, what does Mat Parama mean? Makes me the supreme goal. I should be the goal. You should aim for me. Mad Bhaktaha, engaged in my devotional service. Then free from the Sangha Varjitaha, free from contaminations of fruitive acts and mental speculation. Then Nirvairehi Sarva Bhuteshu, friendly to all living beings. Okay, and then it is actually engaged, Mat Karma Krin, engaged in doing my work. Only these people can realize me. So actually, I have a lot of revelations, but then, I don't know if the time is already over. Can you bear another little time with me, or you want to read the purpose yourself and understand? Please tell me, then I can wind up. At least answer me that. It's beyond time.
We can wait, Mataji.
Very good, very good. I'm very happy. I'm very happy for what I have done for you, and I feel honored actually. Please listen. Yeah. Now this is, this verse, the last verse, is considered to be the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Very important. It has the definite do's. It's a beautiful shloka. You'll love it after you read it. It has definite do's concerning spiritual activities and devotional service for a person keen on reaching the Krishna Loka, going back to Godhead. Those who are keen on going back to Godhead, you have to listen to the shloka. If you want to have your dinner early, then the shloka is not necessary, because dinner is there every day. But today, going to Krishna Loka is only once. You have to go once there. Okay, I'm just kidding. Don't take me seriously. Okay, one's entire energy should be all energy. Whatever we do should be for Krishna. It's called as Krishna. It's Krishna Loka. I mean Krishna Bhakti. Okay, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu it is mentioned. Anasaktasya Vishayan Yatharham Apayunjataha Nirbandha Krishna. Very important shloka. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyam Uchate. Very, very. Please by heart these shlokas. They're very nice shlokas. Krishna Karma. This is called Krishna Karma. Krishna Karma. Devotion to work towards Krishna. All work done should be related to only Krishna. Detachment from the results of one's work, offering them all to the Lord. You have to, everything should be for the Lord. The results of the action, don't expect. Do something, the results for the Lord. Okay. You plant a mango tree, let the mangoes come. Don't desire to eat that first. First offer to Krishna. You can eat it later. Krishna is going to come and eat it. He's going to eat with his eyes. He's got transcendental eyes, He sees the fruit, it is eaten. That's all. then you're going to eat the prasadam. That's all. So you don't grow anything, a flower also in the garden for your use. First for Krishna, then for you. You can use it, you can wear on the same thing. Krishna is a proprietor of all activities. For every fruit plant, for every flowering plant, for every vegetable plant, for every grain plant, for every plant, he is a proprietor. You have no right even on a grain of rice yourself. You offer it to him, then you eat it. And he alone should enjoy the profit of the activities. No, if you're ignorant only, you will feel, oh, if I offer everything, what for me? It is ignorance actually. All is going to come to you only in bounties, and it's going to be more tastier than earlier. The mango might have been tasty on the mango plant, but after offering to Krishna, it's going to be tastier. Okay, and the jasmine flower will be more fragrant, and every flower will become more of what it is. After offering to Krishna, accept remnants of offerings to Krishna as prasadam. You have to take only prasadam. What is the analogy? One may build a big house, but we should install Krishna deity. There are so many houses these days. I've seen so many houses, apartments. There's no puja room at all. They say you can make shift. You can make a corner in this hall can become a puja room. You can have a small shelf here. What is this? They have big house. They have very big house. I can understand that in a 30-40 site, in a small apartment, I can understand. But not in huge mansions. No puja room. Krishna is a proprietor. Okay, accept. Okay, analogy is given there. Now, Krishna, cleaning of Krishna temple. Many people, great people, they take a broom in the hand. They are prepared to sweep the Krishna temple, wash vessels for Krishna, all that. And cultivating of a garden to grow flowers and tulsi for Krishna's worship, most affordable for a poor man too. The poor man say, Mataji, where can I build house? I pray for Krishna. Where can I do all that? Don't worry. Just grow a tulsi plant in a pot. Enough, offer that to Krishna. You are the richest person on the earth. Even the richest man can't be as rich as you are. Offer the flower you have grown in the garden. You are the richest person. So that is actually what Krishna says here. The first one, Mat Paramaha. I've given the meanings there, but I'm elaborating here. One that considers the association of Krishna in his supreme abode to be the highest perfection of life. Neither desires for elevation to higher planets, sun, moon, Brahmaloka, wants to enter Krishna Loka. Not interested in merging with Brahman effulgence. The one who is Mat Paramaha, he wants association of Krishna. He doesn't want to merge into Krishna effulgence in the Brahman Jyoti, and he doesn't want even liberation. You see, what did Kunti Maharani say? He says, Krishna, give me birth after birth, but give me your devotion. Give me sufferings. I want sufferings, Krishna. Why? Because you are close to me. I remember you in your sufferings. In opulence, we don't remember Lord. In sufferings, we remember Lord. Okay. Mad Bhaktaha fully engages in devotional service, specifically in the 9 processes of devotional engagement. What are they? These you already know, but I'll just, since time is up, I'll tell it myself. That Shravanam, Kirtanam, then the Smaranam, okay, then Archanam, all that, hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering prayers, carrying out the orders of the Lord, making friends with him, and surrendering everything to him, engaging in any of them. Any one of them is also enough. Even Shravanam, keep on listening, no problem. That will make you perfect. Then Sangha Varjitaha, don't associate with the non-devotees, associate with only the devotees, okay? And with atheists, envious people, never be close to them. And those attracted to fruitive activities and mental speculation. Some say, why did they? I said, no, the people do with the right hand and say left hand, where is my reward? Don't be with them, don't associate with them. And even the people, mental speculators, keep on reading and saying it is maybe like this, maybe like that. No, not with them. You should actually shun their association. Pure form of devotional service as described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Annabhilashita Shunyam. Abhilasha should not be there, no desire. Janma Karmadi, very important shloka again, Anavratam, Anukulena Krishnanu, Shilanam, Bhakti Uttama. So don't have any desires. Srila Rupa Goswami clearly, who wrote the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the author is Srila Rupa Goswami, one of the 6 Goswamis, clearly states that if anyone wants to execute unalloyed devotional service, he must be freed from all kinds of material contamination, from association of persons addicted to fruitive activities. So never associate with them. Anukulasya sankalpaha, pratikulasya varjanam. Very, these are they're gems of, please take the shots and please by heart these shlokas. Okay, one should think and act for Krishna favorably and not unfavorably. See, we think of Krishna as all nice, all auspicious. But even there are people like Shishupala, people like Kamsa, who thought of Krishna in an unfavorable way. Although Kamsa was worried any moment Krishna may come and kill him, because he knew that it was the Akashavani, that the 8th child of Devaki is going to kill him. He was thinking of Krishna, always Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. But what of Krishna? Oh, Krishna may come to kill me. So that is not a favorable vibration, not a good thing. Okay. Remember in positive ways. Nirvairaha. Krishna's devotee is friend to all because he has no enemies at all. Okay. Most notable examples are Lord Jesus Christ, Prahlada Maharaj, Thakur Haridasa, and the like. Now, Jesus Christ, you all know, was crucifixed. He was actually propagating the devotion towards Lord, but then what was the reward he got for it? It was crucifix. But did anything happen to him? No, nothing. He could only apparently nail him and do that, but nothing really. He was liberated. And Prahlada Maharaj was a bhakta. He was a Vishnu bhakta, but he was actually tortured by his father Hiranyakashipu. But then, what did anything happen to Prahlada Maharaj? Nothing happened to him. Thakur Haridasa was he was the one who chanted 3 lakh times a day, actually. But then he was sent by, there was a person called, there's a landlord, Ramchandra Khan, he envious of the Vaishnava, he sends a prostitute who tries to change Haridas Thakura, but then he says, okay, wait, I'll come, I'll attend to you, but let me complete my chanting. At the end of the whole process, what happens? The lady, the prostitute, becomes a bhakta of Krishna. Okay, I've given the stories here, but I'll not elaborate. They're just we'll skip that because I've told you the essence of the stories. Yeah, this is done. In summary of this is, Krishna is origin of all manifestations, namely the universal form, the form of time, Kala, the 4-handed form of Vishnu. Krishna is not a manifestation of the original Vishvarupa or Vishnu. Actually, yeah, though there are hundreds and thousands of Vishnus, a devotee is pleased to see only the 2-handed form, the Shyamsundara form. With that, we close the chapter today. Yeah, that has been done. Yeah, in brief. Now the summary, I think that there's no need to, because you've done it in elaborately only. For your just concluding, 1 to 8 shlokas, they deal with the Arjuna's request and Krishna's description of his universal form. I think it is more relevant in the next class as a recap. 9 to 31, Sanjaya's description of the form. 30 to 44, Kalo. Time is very important. Time is become my instrument. 35 to 46, Arjuna's prayers, beautiful prayers. And the 47 to 55, only pure devotees can see Krishna's 2-armed supreme form. Hare Krishna. With that, I close my session today. Thank you for bearing me so long. Now I think I'll say my concluding prayers, and then the session is open for discussion and questions. Okay. Now, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anandakoti Vaishnava Jai Bhaktivinoda Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. I'll stop sharing and stop recording too.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.